We're in our last classroom for today for our tour, and I'm gonna show you something that should not be done or was not done. So I always remind my staff to always place what we call it sapin on the floors when we do your plastering works so that we don't waste our time chipping all this excess concrete right here. It seems minor, but if you always forget to place proper covering on your floors and do plasterings, this will build up, and at the time of your finishing, when you're done with your masonry work, it will cost you, or it costs me instead. As to my visit here, it's not something that we want to show only the best part, but want to show you that there's still things that we need to improve as we grow as a company. So we're working on 25 projects now. We hired about a dozen staff just the previous month. We have 400 plus workers now. We have to keep that quality control spread all over. As we started with a small group, a small core people, they should be trained well. And for this new batch, you might consider this minor, but I'd like to implement this that will have zero cleaning for the floor during our when we're done our masonry works. We call that wet works because it's wet and it's messy. And if you forget those and put it on the last part, it's gonna be messy and it's gonna ruin the paint. So make sure to always finish your wet works first and do the painting later. For here, sometimes or most of our workers assume that they're gonna put tiles anyway or add other finishing. Maybe they're gonna put, I don't know, concrete topping before finish. I always tell them it does not matter because if you put tiles or topping, adhesive, you still have to remove those. So it's not an excuse not to protect the floor. That's our topic for today. Protect your floor and don't be like this. It's not that bad actually, just some portions that sometimes when our artists doing the plastering are really concentrating on the walls, they just focus on the line, everything straight. Sometimes some of the cement just overflows their concrete cover and this happens. Try to avoid it. I even told one site that we're doing 7 floors. Instead of using blue sack, that's the minimum, or plywood or phenolic board as protection, why don't we get GI sheets, as in metal sheets to protect the floor? That way, we can use it until the project is done. Because when you use plywood, it becomes thicker and thicker, and normally on the 3rd floor, you throw them away and buy another one. But with the GI sheets, you can scrape them off, almost good as new, turn them upside down. You can finish the project and still use that same floor covering on the next project. That's it. That's how we should protect our floor, and this is one of the not so good examples, as you can see.